Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here. Welcome back to my Deadly Obsession walkthrough for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We are moving on to part 8. We're getting close to the end of the game, and as you can tell by the title of this video, we are now at the oil refinery, so you should recognize this location. But to just brush you up on what's happened, why we're here, we were in Paititi, we had that whole showdown, Unuratu, you know, we broke her out of the jail, some stuff happened, and then we ended up washing up on this beach, and when we washed up on the beach, we had 2 stealth encounters to get through, and that's when we got to the previous base camp, and so now we're picking up from that base camp, and we have to make our way through the oil refinery. Now, there's a lot going on in this section of the game, and in fact, you're going to be introduced to a new mechanic right here. So as you emerge into this area, you're going to see a little cinematic with some enemies. Nothing important here in terms of dialogue. The main thing is this guy here. The enemies now have thermal goggles. Some of them do. And so you're going to see this little notification on the lower right-hand side of the screen, and it's basically just going to tell you exactly what you would expect. Enemies who have thermal vision, they can see you when you're hiding in the shrubs. Now, if you cover Lara with mud, you can negate that, but we're not even going to need to worry about it. So here's what you're going to want to do. Very easy way to get through this stealth encounter. As soon as those 2 enemies turn around, sneak over to the other set of bushes and take out the guy with the thermal goggles. Now what you're going to do, this is all very systematic. The enemies will do the same thing every single time, assuming you do this correctly. After you kill that first guy, just hide here. Just stay right here, don't move, and you're going to see 2 enemies converge under this light. You're going to see one guy with thermal goggles and another guy who's just regular. He's going to start taking a smoke break, and the guy with the thermal vision is going to go off into the distance. Watch both of them, and the second the guy with the thermal goggles stops, the second he stops, kill this guy, and then creep up and kill him. Now, the timing there is very important, because if you kill the guy too soon, the guy with the thermal goggles will hear you, and he'll jump on you. If you kill him too late, he's going to make a move, and it's going to be more difficult. Now, as soon as those 2 are out of the way, come over here, make sure you pick up that glass bottle. You're going to hide in the bushes and then simply throw the glass bottle basically right next to the bushes. This guy's going to come out to investigate, you're going to kill him, and then the one last guy in the area, he has thermal vision, but he's also going to be taking a smoke break, and we're going to use that to our advantage and take him out. And so you can see right there exactly what I was talking about. Very, very systematic. We just killed a handful of enemies without even breaking a sweat, because again, as long as you follow those directions, the enemies will do the same thing every time. And I know that because I died a number of times later on in this video, so I had to redo these stealth sections quite a few times. Now now we come to the second stealth encounter. First thing you're going to do is come into the bushes. Well, first thing you're going to do is put mud on Lara. Then you're going to go into the bushes, kill the guy with the thermal goggles, then make your way into this hut, hide against the wall, and kill the guy that's operating the computer. Now hide back against the wall. You're going to see an enemy go off to the right. You're going to give it about 2 seconds and then follow him. Hide against this wall here, and then stealth kill him. Your stealth kill is going to attract the attention of the guy with thermal vision, so you're just going to stay in this location. Here he comes to investigate. Boom. Take him out. And now this is where the real beauty of the strategy comes into play. We're not even going to kill everybody here. So watch what I do. I hide behind these crates, I pick up a bottle, and I'm going to throw it way off in the distance over there. It's going to attract one of these guys. As soon as he starts going over towards the distraction, I'm going to sneak up, kill his buddy that's blocking the path, and then go down that path. And by the time the guy that we distracted turns around, so you can see at the bottom of the screen here, he's now turned around and he's saying, "Copy that, weapons free," because he sees that we killed his buddy. But by the time he notices, we're already moving on, and we are done with the stealth encounter. So that's a very useful strategy, because there were, I think, 3 more guys in that area. But the important thing to recognize is you do not have to kill everyone. You just have to get to where you're going. So right there, you know, why make it harder on yourself? If you can get through that area only killing 4 guys instead of 7, do exactly that. In fact, you're going to see that we're going to come to the 3rd stealth encounter, which is even harder, And once again, I'm going to get through it by only killing a handful of guys. It turns out it's not that important to know where all the enemies are. It's important to know where your objective is, because if you figure out where it is you need to go, you can basically just calculate the easiest path to get there. And the easiest path is obviously going to be the one where you have to kill the least amount of enemies. And so that's exactly what I'm about to show you. And we're going to make use of this new mechanic that the game gives us. These are a very, very effective weapon. So you're going to see right here, I think it's called Jaguar. Okay, I'm just going to say it the way I say it. I call it Jaguar. People have been making fun of me in the comments because you're supposed to say Jaguar. I don't really care. That's just how I say it. But the point is, the name of this weapon are, it's fear arrows, and what it does is you shoot an enemy with a fear arrow, they'll start freaking out, they'll start hallucinating, they'll kill one of their buddies, and then they'll die. And it's a very useful weapon, and in fact, once you initiate that little cutscene, you're going to be given three fear arrows. So what we're going to do is climb this tree and use our first one. So we're going to shoot this guy down here and watch what he does. He's going to start freaking out. He's going to kill his buddy. We're going to wait a couple seconds more. Then he's going to drop dead. We're going to keep waiting because the third guy in the area is going to come and investigate. And as soon as he does so, we're going to do the takedown move from the branches. Alright, and once again, like I said, this is all very systematic. I practiced this over and over again until I figured out exactly the right way to do it. Alright, so now we're going to jump up here, and we're going to shoot our second fear arrow at this guy with the thermal vision. And once again, watch what he does. He's going to start freaking out. He's going to kill his friend. The second he kills his friend, jump down and run off in the distance. He's not going to shoot you because he's hallucinating, and as long as you do that quickly enough, the other guy in the area won't see you. So run over here, climb up the tree, and then climb up on top of this structure. And like I said, you are given 3 free fear arrows, and we're going to use our third one right here. So I'm going to shoot this guy that's in front of this this small structure here, because once again, that's where we need to get to. And this is a pretty big area, but again, I'm making it easier on myself because I'm not killing everyone. I'm only killing the guys that I need to kill. So right there, I shot a fear arrow. It killed him. It killed the guy that he killed, and now you're going to see that someone comes over to investigate. Now, there are a couple items up here. There's a gas tank, there's a glass bottle, there's a grenade. I'm not going to pick any of it up because I want to maintain stealth here. Again, the only way you can do this, the only way you can get through the area without the enemies knowing that you're there, is by never breaking stealth. So the second they see you, you cannot go through this door until you kill everyone or until you lose them. But there you see right there, as soon as that guy leaves, I'm just going to jump down, go through, and boom. That's it, guys. That's all 3 stealth encounters of this level. And you can get through all of them very quickly, very efficiently. Again, it's about knowing the correct path, not necessarily killing everyone in your way. So I hope that helps. I really do, because I practiced those sections a lot because I really wanted to nail them, and I think I'm pretty proud of them. And so I hope that what you just saw helps you. But now, guys, we're going to come to the latter half of this level. So you can see this is a shorter video. Now we're going to come to some gun combat. And this time it's going to be different because unlike in the previous video where we were fighting the tribesmen, now we're actually going to be fighting the Trinity paramilitary. And so now we're actually fighting enemies that can shoot back at us. And at first I thought that it was going to be harder, but again, based on my strategy that I'm about to show you, I ended up getting through it first try, and I know you guys can too. So the first thing you need to do is go through this Michael Bay-esque blockbuster chase scene, okay? And you can die here, so you do have to climb quickly. You don't want to dilly-dally, so it's important that you know the correct path. So climb up here, and then go to the right. Jump that gap, and then swing over to the right once again. And now we're going to go up. And again, it might look obvious, but trust me, in the heat of the moment, it's sometimes not obvious, and you can very well easily die here. And you don't want to have to redo those stealth encounters, so it's best not to die, obviously. Alright, so jump the gap. Climb around the right corner, so climb to the right. Jump the gap once again, and then just climb up. And from here, it's just a matter of climbing up you're going to be shown a very cool cutscene. And then after the cutscene, we're going to pick right up into the gun combat. I'm going to talk you through the strategies, and then you'll be on your way in the game.
Sometimes I feel like I have to keep going, and if I don't, then I'll just let everyone down.
Tsunami is coming. This is the first of many catastrophes you're doing.
I have to go! I'm the only one!
You're the only one that can what?
Alright guys, so the second you gain control of Lara, shoot the guy that's on the ground, okay, because that's going to be your biggest threat. So shoot him, and then hide behind this wooden structure here. Shoot the guy on the ground level, and then shoot the explosive barrel when the guy drops down. Alright, so now, what I'm doing here is I'm really just taking advantage of the third-person shooter mechanics, okay? So I'm hiding behind this structure here, but I'm rotating my camera in a way that allows me to shoot the enemies while still staying behind cover. Now, the only other thing I have to say about this, your main goal is to try to shoot the explosive barrels, okay? So you're going to see a number of explosive barrels littered throughout the area. Try to shoot them, because there's almost always going to be at least one or two enemies standing next to it, and you'll automatically kill them. But the number one thing I want to say about what you just saw right there is that notice that piece of cover that I was standing behind. Notice that I wasn't standing directly behind it. I wasn't pressed up against it. I was kind of a couple feet behind it. And that's because if you stand too close to it, the enemies are going to throw incendiaries at you, and you will not be able to see them coming based on that angle. And chances are you're going to get hit, and chances are you're going to die. So by standing a couple feet back, you can actually see when the enemies are about to throw an incendiary at you, which gives you enough time to kind of back up to a safe distance. And of course, if you do happen to take some damage, you can still heal yourself, but it's better to see it coming than to just have it drop down on you, you know, with no expectations. Alright, so right here, once again, I'm making use of the third-person mechanics. I'm kind of rotating the camera around this corner here so that I can shoot these enemies, but they're going to have a much harder time shooting me. So you can see there's a couple guys on ground level, there's a couple guys on the walkway. Try to shoot them as they're coming down the stairs up there, because then you can shoot them before they're even able to kind of settle themselves into a location. Now, once you kill those two initial waves, you're going to see a helicopter come into the area. This might seem daunting, but it's really not. As soon as you see the helicopter, come and run behind this cylindrical tank here. And then in between the helicopters firing, you're going to pop up and shoot the explosive barrels. So you're going to see, once again, a number of explosive barrels in the area. You're going to want to center your camera on them. And then once again, in between the helicopter shots, you're just going to pop up and shoot the explosive barrel and then pop back down. Do not try to shoot the enemies. Do not try to shoot the helicopter. Just shoot the explosive barrels. Just pop up, shoot, get back down. Don't stay up for too long, and eventually after you shoot all of the explosive barrels, the helicopter will automatically catch flame, and you will be done with the section.
Going down!
making everything worse.
You're not. Hey, you're not. We can do this. Come on. Where to next? Can't stay here.
I don't know, Jonah!
What was that clue? The heart of the serpent, something.
The heart of the serpent is in the cup near the many stone faces.
And what kind of cup are we talking about? Some kind of chalice?
A chalice that's not very Mayan. Wait. It's not mine. The clue was left by a 17th century missionary, Andrea Lopez, a Jesuit. The serpent in the chalice is a symbol of St. John. We're looking for a Christian holy site.
Like a Church of San Juan? That's a pretty common name. Could be dozens.
Not within trekking distance from Paititi.
Come on, the road is this way. We'll get out of here, talk to some people.
Okay. What would I do without you?
This is it. Church of San Juan.
Let's split up. I'll look for signs of Lopez.
We'll ask around, see what we can find out.
And guys, that's actually it for this video. So we are done with the oil refinery. We are now at the Church of San Juan, so that's going to make up part 9 of the walkthrough. And then part 10 will be the last part of the main campaign, and that will be the final showdown against Amaru. But anyway, so that'll do it for this video. So, a couple things I want to mention. First off, as soon as you gain control of Lara, turn around, go back to the truck, and you'll see a base camp. Okay, so it's kind of hidden, but make sure you unlock this base camp, and I'm going to give a very quick special shout out to a YouTuber with the username of Nintendo Enthusiast. They were actually the one that shared with me in the comments that this base camp existed, because believe it or not, I just didn't notice. I didn't think to turn around. So, props to Nintendo Enthusiast. Thank you for your help, and make sure when you get to this part you turn around and unlock that base camp, because then you will never have to do the oil refinery again. Now all I'm doing here is I'm upgrading my weapons a bit, upgrading some character traits, just making use of my time at the base camp. But guys, once again, I hope this video helped, because what you just saw take place, you might be noting, I got through that very quickly, very efficiently, and it's because I practiced it. I practiced that section a lot because I really wanted to get it down in the most efficient and consistent way possible. I'm pretty proud of those strategies, and I really hope that they help you on your journey to complete Deadly Obsession. So once again, I want to thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we're getting close. We're getting close to the end of this challenge. I will see you in the next video.